Okay, today I will be showing you how to make a nut and bolt using AutoCAD. I will be using AutoCAD's 2016 version. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make a polygon. So you're going to enter that into your command line and make it 6 sides, of course. And for the center of the polygon, you can pretty much put it anywhere, but I'm just going to pick a point that we can remember for the center of it, and we are going to make it 5, 5. Now we want to push inscribe and circle. And right here you can make the radius as big or small as you want. I'm just going to make something that looks proportional in size and try to make the lines straightish. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a circle. And with this circle, we're going to use that same center point that we used for the polygon. 5, 5. And for the radius, I'd like to illustrate that each one of these squares represents 0.5. So if I was going to put the end of the circle right there, our radius would be 2. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to extrude the polygon. Okay. And I'm just going to make this proportional. Make it however big you want. Now I'm going to switch to 2D wireframe so we can see the circle and select it. And we're going to extrude it as well. Now with the circle, or now it's the cylinder, we need to remember the height of this one. So I'm actually going to enter a height that's proportional, that looks like it would be proportional to the bottom or the polygon. I think I'm going to enter 10. I think that'll be a reasonable height since the polygon was extruded 2.4 rounded. Okay. The next thing we are going to do is we're going to enter a helix into our shape now. For the center point, we use the same 5, 5. And for the base radius, it's going to be 2. And the top radius will also be 2. And then our height is going to be 10. Our next step is like if you look well, hold up. If you look, you can see, as AutoCAD likes to refer to it as turns, how many times it goes around the cylinder, the helix. So right now AutoCAD would say it had 3 turns. So if you want more turns in your helix, you would right click and then go down to properties and then go to turns, and we're just going to put 20. Now you see how it has a lot more turns. Okay. Now our next step is, you can do this next step many ways, but this is just the way that I like to do it. You're going to make a circle off to the side. And just make like a kind of small circle, not too big. And then you're going to push on the top left corner. You're going to go down to sweep, and you're going to select that circle and press enter, and then rotate the screen, and then click on your helix, and then switch to realistic view. And now you can see it's got the right shape and whatnot. As you can tell though, with doing that, it kind of makes like your helix stick out further than the cylinder does, and it makes it at the bottom as well. So a quick way to fix that, just real quick, is we're going to go back to 2D wireframe and we're going to make a circle at the top of the cylinder. And it doesn't matter how big, you just need to make it wider than the helix goes. And then extrude that circle you just made. Okay. And then this is what we're stuck with now. The next thing we're going to use is subtract. And we're going to select the helix and the cylinder, press enter. And then we're going to select the cylinder we had just made and press enter. And now it flattened out that top of it. See, it's flat completely. And now we're going to do the same thing for the bottom. Oops, that's what happens when you type in wrong numbers. Sorry about that. Now we're going to extrude this one the opposite way. And then subtract the helix and the cylinder from, well, now we're going to subtract the helix and the cylinder when I can get back to it from the new cylinder we just made. And now it flattened out that bottom. Okay, now we're going to click the bolt and the cylinder and the helix and then copy it and place it somewhere next to it. Next thing, we're going to subtract. We're going to select the polygon and then we're going to select the helix and the cylinder. And now we have the same shape, so if we were to put this on top of the image on the right, it would screw on perfectly. Here, first we're going to union. Union is what you use to make 3D objects connect. So we're going to union the image on the right of the polygon and the cylinder. And now it's one object. So no matter where we click, it highlights the whole thing. Here we're basically done. Anything else that we do is just basically fine tuning and making it look more realistic. So let's do something. Let's add a cone. We're going to use that same base point, 5, 5. And I'm just going to make it about yay wide. And I'm going to extrude it to where the top corners still kind of show. Okay. Now we're going to use something called intersect. Let's select the polygon and then the cone and press enter. Now it kind of gives it like a neat little shape that you might see at Lowe's or somewhere, a hardware store. Next thing we're gonna do, you could do that for the bottom. I'm not gonna, just for time reasons. Next thing I'm gonna use is the fillet command. I'm gonna select that edge and then I'm just gonna use a random radius. Doesn't really matter which one you use. And I'm gonna select all these corners of it, or edges per se. And then press enter. And it'll just give it like a nice little rounded shape. That's basically how you make a bolt and nut in AutoCAD. thanks for watching. If you have any questions or leave them in the comments, I'll reply. Thank you.